Okay.
You got me now. There's no need to flatter me.
Yes, sir. But baby, I'm trying to keep you.
So what's going on? You still a little tired from last night?
Yeah, I know it's not what you're used to.
But all you're not. You're not gonna get by that's gonna stop me from making money in this company.
That's my girl.
What did she do for you? She want everybody mad. She took time from you.
Your girl is messing up.
Is everything all right, Miss Jackson?
Silence.
How you gonna come into my office and talk to me like that? Well, I don't care what happened. That bitch is going down.
Lisa, are you seeing somebody
You
else?
ain't never there for me.
Are you seeing somebody else?
Yes, I am.
You got one damn phone call, and you better make it a good one.
Quiet.
Because your ass can be replaced too.
You know why? It's wrong. Fix it. Make it right. See, Lisa, all I gotta do is love you and care for you.
Hell no.
Game you playing, I hope you don't get caught up in it.
Lisa gets proposals and rings, and I get to run around all day cleaning up her mess?
What you want, Liz?
You.
You do not love me.
Caught in the Game movie, streaming on Tubi now.
What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing?
Hey, it's your girl, goddess Nami Banks here from the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
And these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love podcast with myself, Naomi Banks, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships with people.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on the
So that's a
website,
really
the
big
Season
barrier.
of Self-Love
Really big barrier.
Let me
podcast.com.
ask you this. With the truth, is it
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
And that's a disappointment when you fuck a guy for over an hour and he just go. Did anybody recognize you from film in the industry? They did? Okay. Well, I just came in. You gotta do what you gotta do. You are such an advocate. One thing is what I love is I love seeing a lot of the beautiful women that's in the industry as sex advocates.
And I would set up crystals on their body based off of their chakra. And the crystals, what they do is if they sit long enough, they begin to like permeate through the body. They begin to expand through the body and they create a bridge.
I shot with John Q too. You know, John Q, you know, I'm the first big girl, but he did his side, you know, his side. Yeah. But I would, and I have given my last dime to people. I've given when I should have just watched. And it's not always about giving financially. It's giving your space and your time and your energy.
So that's kind of like a 50-50 answer, what I got. There wasn't really a yes or no answer.
I think I actually would, and this is of course the therapist in me, I would be asking them, like, tell me how this is celibacy for you.
So what's first there, Anna?
I shoot them just like I would be shooting a regular female. So you don't put the emphasis on that, so it makes it more consistent with the title of being transgender.
I have a really good friend. She lives here in Atlanta. I met her on a porn set. She wrote a book called From Porn to the Pulpit. Now, I won't say she was like this super... Yeah, she's my best friend. She's my best friend. Her name is Danielle Williams McCord. She wrote an amazing book called From Porn to the Pulpit. She's been preaching for 10 years now, but I met her on a porn set.
In any business that you find yourself in. Because definitely for me, like, creating a product to push to the consumer, and for me, everything was consumer driven. If they didn't want it, I'm not gonna make it because I knew it.
Felt like if we kept our head a little below the sagebrush, that we would just be able to keep on going without any interference or anything like that. But that's
like, dude, I'm sitting in like the dressing room, like just with all the 20-year-olds and 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds. I'm like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. I'm like, how old are you? I'm 23. And I'm like, dude, I'm 30.
Before I leave the house, I feel like the last look. This is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, now when I get out and interact with other people, it's going to be what it is.
Right, okay.
Welcome to a podcast like no other. Get ready for insightful conversations, diverse perspectives, and a touch of inspiration. This is Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap podcast. Join your host, the dynamic Naomi Banks, as she delves into the heart of various topics with a refreshing blend of curiosity and wisdom. Each week, tune in as Naomi is joined by special guests who bring their unique stories and expertise to the table. It's a journey of discovery, learning, and growth. And let's not forget about the one and only dog pound Mike, adding his flavor and flair to the mix. Together, they make a dynamic duo you won't want to miss. From thought-provoking discussions to moments of laughter and joy, Ask Naomi. Bridging the Gap podcast offers a space where great topics meet amazing guests. So, mark your calendars, set your reminders, and prepare to be entertained and enlightened. Join Naomi Banks and Dog Pound Mike weekly for an unforgettable podcast experience. Get ready to bridge the gap, expand your horizons, and immerse yourself in the world of Ask Naomi. Subscribe now and stay tuned for a podcast journey like no other.
All right. We are back. Oh my God, I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much. And welcome to Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. This is a very, 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 very special episode. It is my birthday. It is my birthday. But not only is it my birthday, but it's also my rebirth. And I know all week you guys have been seeing me post little snippets of different songs that I call my soundtrack to the rebirth. And when I tell you that I have been truly transformed this year, as well as other years, but this year has truly been amazing. So if you are new here and this is your first time watching Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, we'll be all about what we talk about: sex, love, relationship, culture differences, and so much more, while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on sex, language, attitude, and some spiritual uplifting. So my boy Dog Pound Mike. What's going on, baby?
What's happening?
You ready for this?
I don't know. I've been off for so long. You gave me a vacation. I've been working a 9 to 5 for 30 years. I never had this many days off, but I'm back.
I know. We were supposed to be back 2 weeks ago, y'all. Y'all know how text be happening. Text be happening is out of our thing. One thing that I asked God, what are you trying to tell me? And this is what he was trying to tell me. He was trying to tell me about this soundtrack. And I promise you, this was not on my bingo list. It was not. But also in the studio, we got my soul sister, Vanessa Safel. Hey, baby.
Hey.
Thank you. You rocking the red. I'm going to tell y'all about the red in a little bit. But hey,
yes.
and she got on the goddess earrings too.
Okay.
Yes.
Represent.
Represented all the way, all the way. And
Happy
also off,
birthday.
right, off screen, I got my sister and my brother-in-law. Hey, y'all. Hey. But also joining us via the internet. The internet. Let me introduce this sister first. This sister is another one of my soul sisters that we've been knowing each other for over 20 years. 20 years. This sister would have got in her car and brought it on down here, but you know, I would love to just have her wherever way that I can. It is my girl, Giselle Yvette. Hey, baby. Hey. Hey. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Happy birthday.
Yes, I can. And thank you for wearing the red. We are all red up in the studio. All through the house is red. We red in it.
Assignment understood.
Yes, thank you so much. And my next guest, oh my God, when I tell you that he was divinely guided to me. 2 years ago, this brother hit me up on email and said, I love the way I was doing a show on something else. And he said, I would love to discuss that. He said, I would love to be a part of the show. So I go to email, and I got to tell this, Dr. Will, I'm sorry, I got to tell this. And so I emailed her back and I said, oh, yeah, I would love for you to be on the Thursday. And I never received anything back. So I was like, oh, okay. It's one of those. All right. So let's fast forward 2 months later. I was sitting at my altar and I said, I had just started the season of self-love. And I was told to go daily with that. And so I didn't know exactly how I was going to do that show. I was just doing it by the grace of God and just whatever was showing me. But I knew that I needed some help somewhere, somehow. And so as I'm sitting at my altar and I'm talking to God, I'm talking to the universe, I'm talking to my ancestors. I even told my grandmother and my father, I said, look, if this is what I am called to do, if this is what I'm called to do, y'all need to send me some help, like ASAP. Why didn't less than 2 hours later, I get an email from Dr. Will. Okay. From Dr. Will. He says to me, hey, Dr. Will, you weren't supposed to put him on already. But I was gonna give a nice one. But leave
Surprise.
Him on. Yes, on there. So when he came to me, I was like, wow, that was quick. But then what it did was it taught me about checking my ego for a moment. It had me to check my ego because I'm thinking, oh, he's just another fan and just wanted to get some attention. But no, when I really sat down and talked to Dr. Will and we had a discussion, and Dr. Will didn't know nothing about the season of self-love. He was talking about Ask Naomi. And he was saying, I love the way that your perspective on self-love, I would love to be a part of it in any kind of way. And I said, oh, yeah. I got a new show. It's called The Season of Self-Love. And we do some daily. And he looked at me like, daily, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. And he was like, okay, I want to see that. Okay. And we are now 367 episodes in. 367
dedication
shows in, and I had to have him here for this show right here because one thing we always talk about how we are spiritually guided. We both have a love for music. Music is my first love, and I know music is his first love, and I know music is my sister's first love. Music was my dad's first love, and so I know that it was ingrained in me. So when this album came to me, again, I promise you, I hadn't sang or wrote anything in over 15 years. Over 15 years. And I know y'all like, Naomi, you do music.
Yes.
We were signed to a major record deal. Myself, my sister, my cousin. Okay. Yes, we were signed to Columbia Sony. We did that little spiel, and that was a spiel. But we met some amazing people on that spiel. Then from there, once I got into the industry, and then I created my own record label called FBC Family Bootcamp Record. And we had some amazing, amazing talent on there, from JoJo D to Bernard. Yep. Nard. We had an amazing producer, Cardo. Cardo was amazing. He had produced a lot of Shaka Khan. He's produced Kiki Palmer. He's produced a whole lot of people. Rest in peace, Cardo. And we were just doing some amazing things. We had another young lady, one of my family members, Brooklyn James, she was on. And we have just amazing talent in our family. And so we actually created a studio inside of my home back in California where we had, and I remember my beautiful cousin Toy. That's one conversation that we used to have when she was in college. Music, it was her first love too, and she always wanted to do music. So I remember when it was time, when she was like, cuz I really want to do this. And I said, come on. And because she was already doing music, but a beautiful talent of music thing. My thing is, I ain't bragging, but my family is very gifted.
Okay.
Is very gifted. So what I'm telling you is I'm giving you a spill on who Naomi Banks is as a whole. I'm just not a porn star. I'm just not a life coach. I'm just not a mother. I'm just not a wife. Yes, a wife. I'm just not a sister. I'm just not a daughter. I'm just not a friend, and I'm just not a goddess. I am all of those things put into one. And so when I sit here today talking about ReBirth, man, it's amazing. And I got 9 amazing songs. 9 amazing songs.
Okay.
And I know I want to get y'all to talk too, because my brain fog about to come in a minute. But let me tell y'all about this, because I know y'all looking at these. And I know I probably got some of my family members in, but y'all see this? I am healthy.
Okay.
This is the first time in over 23 years that I have been whole with this mind. Nothing else. No more toxic bags in me, nothing at all. And I am like 80% there. 80% there. 80% there. And you know, I still got a little cleavage there, just a little bit. So I ain't all the way.
I see you, Cleveland.
City committee. You see it?
I see it.
You see it, don't you? You see it, Dr. Will, don't you? Yeah, you see it, right? But no, all seriously. And one thing is I want to do is I truly want to thank my beautiful fans out there. I want to thank BTG. I want my girl Charmaine, baby. I'm about to call you. I don't even know if you on here right now because I don't even see the comments. Thank you, T Brown. Thank you, seriously. Thank you for always just sending me much love. Reg, thank you for continued brush. I don't know if you hear. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for just continuing, just sending me prayers and everything. And I know it's a lot more people, and that I'm missing your name. And please, you know, don't blame my heart, blame my mind, because I'm telling you, I'm still going on on brain fog here. But I had to share this moment with you because me going through this and writing this album is it was very therapeutic for me. And as I was telling Dog Pound Mike, and I was telling my sister and everybody else, for me, I'm going to make this a part of, and I don't like say ministry, but that is what it is. I always say I'm not a minister. I just talk. I just speak my truth in hopes and prayer that someone could just resonate with my story and be able to help them through their healing journey. That is it. But even through my counseling, my one-on-one counseling, this was brought to me as another healing module, you know, to do that. Because when I tell you, when I wrote the very first song and I heard it in real time, you're talking about somebody crying. You talking about somebody crying. I was crying. I was crying. So what I want to do is I want to just say, hey to everybody again. Thank you, Dizelle. Thank you, Desi. Thank you, Dr. Will. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, my beautiful family right here. Dog Pound Mike, you know you always got it. You always got it. You always got it. All right, so y'all ready to hear some music?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Y'all ready to hear some music? All right, so let me tell y'all about the first track first. The first track that we're about to listen to is Dear Me. And Dear Me is, I actually woke up. This was the first song. This is what kicked it all off. I was supposed to be doing a live show that Thursday. Of course, I didn't have my computer. So I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? I wake up at 2 o'clock. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with a song called Dear Me. What is that? Write myself a love letter. Okay. So I go to my altar. I'm sitting in my golden rose room, and I'm just sitting there. Mind you, I have not written or sang a word in over 15 years. And as I'm sitting there, the words are just coming. And so I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I no longer have my studio. I no longer have any equipment. Then I remember a conversation that I had with one of my dearest friends. We're going to call her Miss Goddess Kylie Cash. She came to visit me while I was at my aunt's and I was, recovering from my surgery. She told me about Sunu, and I hope I'm saying it right. Sunu, Suno, Suno. Well, you can write your lyrics.
Yep.
You can write your lyrics, and you are able to put them in. You can put the genre what you want, such and such and such and such, and it will create an amazing song. So once I did that, I was like, oh, okay. And I thought everything was just for me. And then something was like, no, this is supposed to be for someone else. So this Dear Me letter, this is about words of encouragement. It's about reflection. It's about the way in the communication that you have with yourself. It's about writing that dear love letter to yourself and not waiting for anyone else to give you that validation. So right now, if you all would join me in listening to Dear Me.
As I'm staring in the mirror, wondering how in the hell did I get here? Never knew the truth to my words, only spoke the ones I was taught. Conversations of our past, we have to forgive those talks. No one taught us the true meaning of self-love and hope. But now as I look in the mirror, I stare into our eyes. I see an amazing story that's about to rise. So I'm gonna write me a dear love letter, my words loving and full of hope. As I've committed to all 4 agreements, I can't lie, the first stood out more instead. Dear me, I wanna thank you for your unique love for me. It's time to break those chains, give that little voice a powerful voice to heal our broken hearts. Dear me, know you're an original, intentional, loving and true. It's time to love me, it's time to love on you. Now I see clearly in the mirror, it's always been you. Conversations of our past, we have to forgive those talks. No one taught us the true meaning of self-love and hope. But now as I look in the mirror, I stare into our eyes. I see an amazing story that's about to arise. So I'm gonna write me a dear love letter, my words loving and full of hope. As I've committed to all 4 agreements, I can't lie, the first stood out more instead. Dear me, I wanna thank you for your unique love for me. It's time to break those chains, give that little voice a powerful voice to heal our broken hearts. Dear me, know you're an original, intentional, loving and true. It's time to love me, it's time to love on you. Now I see clearly in the mirror, it's always been you.
All right, my beautiful people. That was Dear Me. So y'all know I got some questions for y'all. Yeah, like that.
What? Those lyrics, I'm over here getting chills
Ooh,
over and over. Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Man.
I tell
Those
you,
lyrics. You need to make a lyric book for this. You need to make a
Listen.
lyric book for this.
That's the first song
Yeah.
that came out.
that's the first
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, I listen, as soon as you posted it on Instagram, I was like but just to hear it in this space, what keeps ringing out is the 4 agreements. And the
Yes.
first one is being impeccable with your words.
Exactly.
And like and loving on you with those
Yes.
I'm with Vanessa.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
I just love the rhythm of the lyric,
Yeah,
right?
it had a good.
Right. That's such an
Yeah.
intro. That's such an intro, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a discovery song. I
Yes.
love
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Truly.
Yes. Yes, it is. All right. So I got a question for each one of y'all. Oh,
Oh boy.
as well
Okay.
as our listeners to our live, our BTG crew. So my question is to you: have you ever thought of writing yourself a love letter? Have you ever thought about writing yourself a love letter? Give me some
Mhm.
yes, or give me some
Yes.
hearts.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to do it a few times.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
have to, if I may, I had to write myself a forgiveness letter and
Mm-hmm.
then write myself a love letter,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, it's so good for the soul and the
Yeah.
spirit. Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
go back and
Hmm.
read it again and
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you, Dr. Wood, because you are our therapist, right? You are our therapist. And I know this is something that I do, especially with my clients, is I do the apology letters, but I also go to write yourself a letter. Write yourself a love letter. You know, for you, what do you think about that of people truly writing those words to themselves?
Yeah, I think well, three things. So the first thing is that we don't realize how important self-talk is.
Mhm.
We don't even speak positivity into our own lives as much as we should. And many times when people are going through trauma or even just going through just high anxiety or high stress, the only way that they can really slow down is by listening to music or by writing. That's the one thing where you can actually control the processing of your brain is writing because you're actually applying a thought into a tangible space. So the first thing to do is to write down because like the first time I meet somebody, I go, "When's the last time you wrote to yourself? When's the time you wrote back to an age? Like when's the last time you wrote to that 5-year-old? What would you tell them now? Write a
Yeah.
letter to your 5-year-old."
Yeah.
And then they write it really smart. And I'm like, you know, a 5-year-old can't read that well. I was like, now let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. And then when they have to bring it to that wholesome
Yeah.
realness, you're more conscious about your words.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yes.
forget that as adults.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do.
Mhm.
We do. And I guess that rolls right into my next question for all of you. And if you all feel comfortable to actually share it, is if you could write that letter to that young person of you, what would that letter say? What would it be?
Oh.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's a country.
Oh, that's a quick one for me.
Well, go
Look,
ahead, lead us.
look, I got you on that one. I would say, your parents did everything they could.
Mm,
The other adults were also trying,
mm,
and you don't have to be afraid to try.
yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for me, for my 50th birthday here, we had pictures of me through childhood
Mm-hmm.
hanging, and I've put those pictures in my altar space. And
Mm-hmm.
I talked to her, and
Mm.
one of the first things I said, "Oh, okay." One of the first things I said to her is, "It's not your fault,
Mm,
and it's okay just to be you."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Really, thank you for
Oh,
sharing
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I do, I remember when I first was doing the season of self-love, and actually the season of self-love was supposed to just be a 1-month series here on Ask Naomi Bridge and Gap. And it was actually for my 51st birthday. It was my 51st birthday to myself, opening up a new book of life. I've already went through my first 50 years. That was my first, book of life. And I was going into my second book of life, and that was at 51. And when I say, okay, I'll talk about self-love all the time. I want to just dedicate a series for a month every week. I would do one series. And actually, this is a 2-year anniversary of the season of self-love, October. Yes.
Yeah.
And so when doing that, I remember I used to do a lot of mirror work even before then. And I want to piggyback a little bit what Yvette said. I got a picture and I actually shared it today of a 2-year-old me, that is on my mirror. And I talk to her and I tell her, thank you for everything that you have just brought me through. You understand what I'm saying? And just even forgive me for some of the things that I did not hear you
Mm.
say to me. You understand? And in that process of me, it truly helped me to heal in so many ways. So what I want to do is talk about this next song called Mirror, Mirror, and how this song came to me was after I came from the altar from the first song. I go take me a shower, and I'm doing a lymphatic massages. And this is truly the first time that I really looked at my body without my implants. And I felt like it was like a man, it felt like my body was glowing. And it was like a feeling like, there you go, girl. Like, where you been? You know, like that. So when you are looking in the mirror and stop looking for validation from other people, you know, when I think about my career, you know, I've been in modeling, I've been in music, I've been in adult entertainment, I've been in so many different things that my validation from others is what I had. And so my boobs were a part of my costume. You understand what I'm saying? In a mask that I've always worn. You know, even though I got my hair done and, you know, makeup and stuff on, that's just a little bit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you show up who you are not. You know, when you're trying to be something for somebody else and then you lose yourself. So with this mirror, this is all about taking accountability for you and who you are and not allowing that outside noise to validate who you are. Again, this is all about self-love. This is all about that self-talk, that self-affirmation to self. So when I did this song, and I remember standing on the little vibrator, this thing, and I was like, mirror, mirror, you are the fair. And I was like, wait, what is this? I hurry up, drive my little self off, went back to the altar and just started writing. And then from there, it just kept going and going and going. So right now, what I want to do is I want to introduce you to Mirror, Mirror.
Okay. Wake up, scrolling through social media. Why in the hell did I do that? Knowing my peace, my mental, my self-love, really don't need that. But it's that version of myself that's hard to let go. Seeking validation and acceptance from my outer self. The harsh words and vile imagine leaves me in a low vibrational state. I don't need no reminders of who they think I am. They can never envision the woman, the person that stands in a reflection in front of me. So as I stretch my legs and stare in the mirror, all I see is this amazing reflection. Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, I hope you know that you're the fairest of them all. Embrace them, love them, cherish all those scars, cause baby those are wounds of honor and a roadmap of your soul. Yeah, yeah. It's time to take the power back and refrain from using social media as a reflection of who we are. Listening to empty voices with empty hearts, spewing hateful, low vibrational words. I stand proud in the mirror as I say these powerful words. I am amazing, I am powerful, I am unstoppable in every way. I don't need no reminders of who they think I am. They can never envision the person that stands in the reflection in front of me. So as I stretch my legs and stare in the mirror, all I see is this amazing reflection. Mirror, mirror on the wall, you're the fairest of them all. Love them, cherish all those scars, cause baby those are wounds of honor and a roadmap of your soul. Yeah, yeah.
Woo! Yes. Yes.
You're a songwriter. Why you ain't do
Yes.
this the whole time?
What do you mean? This
Like
is where I
sell your
started
music?
at. This is where I started at, baby. This is where it started at.
Oh my God.
This is where it started at. And it was one thing, and I shared this on the season of self-love about that day, 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, that day, that morning, God gave me back my first love, and that was music.
Yeah.
Gave me back my first love, what was music. And when I say that, I finished the song at 9:45 at night, 9:45 p.m. at night. And in that 9, y'all see this 9 right here? It's gonna mean something with this next song, but we're not getting ready to go here right now because I know I got a question for you. I just can't play the music and and I'm not doing nothing. I got to make everybody a part of this because it's more than it's more than just me. It's for everybody. And I really pray that everybody is truly feeling this and could resonate with this and understand. I got a question. All right. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see your truth or do you see the world's expectation? And I want to start with Miss Vanessa first.
Oh Lord. I always see myself. Like I've been on my healing journey going up and down for a while now. And I've always had to come back to looking at the mirror, but seeing myself because there's a couple of shadows that come through. I've had to name them. One of them, her name is Dalquisha. I don't know why Dalquisha always saying something, but she come in and she'll tell me that I'm like getting out of shape. I'm not pretty enough. I'm getting old. There's an old lady that comes in. I'm like, who are these people talking? And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm glowing.
Yeah.
I'm still resonating. Everything's I'm still the same shape I've been.
Yeah.
It ain't out of order, but my mind still goes into these shadows. So mirror work is very important for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Miss Dazzy, you ready, baby?
That's a really interesting question because I get up and I intentfully stand and look in the mirror, and sometimes I see the little girl. Sometimes I see my mama, and sometimes I just see joy. And joy is like my favorite emotion. I like to live in joy and happiness, and I often try to just when things I don't want to hear about start bubbling up, I try to push them down. And so when I'm going through that fight, because it's a fight, like fighting for your life, and, sometimes I cry. So it depends on the day, but for me, every day is it's a part of the healing journey.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Dr. Will.
Every time I look in the mirror, I actually see my heart again. It's a stillness. It's a silence. I think because I'm so involved in so many things, I never get the peace and the security of the safety of presence. So I think for me, I see my heart again, and it's quiet. It's quiet for once.
It's quiet for once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dog Pound Mike might have been very quiet over there. Usually he got a whole lot to say. So
I miss Dog Pound. Oh man, what's up?
Y'all want the Dog Pound opinion?
It's the opinion of you. When you look in the mirror, do you see yourself or do you see with the world's expectations of you?
I'll be honest. I look in the mirror and I see what the world expectations is of me.
Okay.
Then I turn, look down, look back at the window, I say, fuck them. Seriously. I'm at that time in my life, I can say, fuck all what they think. I know what I'm doing. I know what I got. I know what I live. Y'all know I was born on the west side of Chicago. So my chances was even here. And now I'm 60. I done made it. I'm here.
Okay.
So I don't care what nobody got to say.
And we getting to that point?
Yeah.
Because I cut somebody off in a second. I ain't got to talk to them.
But there's a lot of brothers that are in that age group. They not here. Shout out to just what we just learned today about D'Angelo passing away. He didn't make
Yeah.
And you got to be happy and proud of every year you get. And if you keep continuing to move and do what you want to do, do what you was meant to do, all the other stuff what people got to say, they don't mean a thing.
Don't mean a thing. Don't mean a thing. Don't mean a thing.
Water on a dog's butt.
Right.
Right on off.
Some don't want the dog pound talk because he really got kicked off. So I'm going. We're gonna keep listening to this positivity.
All right, so this next song, y'all. This next song. Oh my God. This next song, and I'm a kind of walk y'all through it. I had went downstairs to do something, and I went into what I call my martini room. It's my white and black room. Got like a lot of Hollywood, starlets on it. And I was sitting there, and I said, I want to write something about 9. 9 is my angel number. And as I was sitting there, I was like, wow, all I remember is this saying is, you think you got 9 lives. You think you got 9 lives. And I remember something said, go look at your father's obituary. And I made like a collage of my father's obituary that's right in the middle of the foyer right there. And I go look at the day that we laid him to rest, the day that we laid him to rest, and it was March 15th. Third month of year 3, 1, that's 5, that's 9. That's 9. All right. So as I'm writing this song, and then I remember I have 9 aunties, both from my mother and my father's side. I was born in 72. 7 plus 2 is what?
9.
Right. This year right here, the year of my rebirth, 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is what?
9.
I'm gonna add one more onto it. Today is my 9 weeks post-op of the day that I removed my implants on my birthday.
9.
You understand?
On both sides.
You understand? So when I began to write that song, it was not only a homage to my father, my ancestors, my family that helped raise me, my aunts. I have 9 amazing aunts. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't, but we are rooted in love, like truly in love. And then my beautiful mother, and my grandmother and my other grandmother and my father. And it just, when I tell you that when writing this song, it just put chills in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit. And I remember going into my mom's room. My mom was diagnosed with dementia 3 years ago. And so when her and I was sitting in her room and she was listening to the song, she was like, I'm not gonna cry. And she just started doing like this. She's like, good. I'm like, I'm gonna cry. I'm like, and then before you knew, both of us sitting there crying. So then I sent it to my sister. And she was like, man, like you got me over here crying. And so I shared it with Dog Pound Mike. Mike, he was like, I heard you all in it. And I didn't share it with nobody else yet until then I sent it to my daughter, my oldest baby. And she was like, Mama, I love this, And I was like, I really need to share this back because I know a lot of people, they miss their loved ones. We forget that we are always connected with them. We are always connected with them. And honestly, when you sit in the stillness, I love when you said, Dr. Will, about sitting in stillness, sometimes you can hear them, whether it's through a song, whether it's through anything, you can truly hear your loved ones that has gone off of this earth physically. You can hear them. You really can. And so this song is called The Divine 9. Again, 9 is my angel number. It's humanitarian. It's very loving. It is of completion and all of those good things. So right now, I'm going to introduce you to Divine 9.
Number 9 used to be a joke back in the day. As I watch my father drink his life away, I used to say, dear daddy, you must think you got 9 lives. Not knowing in my future now will be my divine sign. As I think of the day we laid him to rest, March 15th. It don't matter, just the third month of the year. That 1 + 5, you get 9. The last words I wrote to my father was a poem in his obituary. I've learned, telling him that his legacy will live on in me. The year 72 wasn't just a year of my birth. It was the moment that I was marked a humanitarian, a universal love. Not understanding as my mother held me, looked in my eyes, blessed me with a name that means to be loved. Fast forward 53 years, year 2025, that divine still marked on me, like it's engraved on my spine. Like that morning at my altar a few years ago, the spirit whispered, you're 9, you have to represent it now. So now as I'm in this rebirth era, having walked the life I walked, I wear that divine 9, bold, loud and proud, as my ancestors winked and I and told me to. It's funny how I see that number 9 as I was blessed with 9 aunties from my paternal and paternal and maternal side. The woman that I am definitely comes from those 9. But I can't forget the mother, or the mother to the mother, or the father that's the foundation to my soul. So if anyone asks what's your divine 9, it's the 9 that holds my story, the 9 that holds my glory, completion, wisdom, love combined. 9, it's written in my bloodline, divine 9, the 9 that's always been mine.
We don't need tissue up in here.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. I was trying not to look at my sister over here because she just over here in tears. We need some tissue.
Right. First of all,
We need some tissue.
This app making thing is glorious.
Isn't it?
This is fantastic.
Isn't it?
The way that you write is so woven.
Yeah.
Like you need to call Keke Palmer right now. We need to call Tiana Taylor. Call some of these soul sisters that they writers ain't really doing much right now. Okay,
Yes.
we need this kind of thing.
Yes. You know that song, it just fits so just so well. And when I tell y'all, this was not anything that I thought I was done with music. Even though I listen to music, that is a part of my healing thing. I listen to it all the time, but me doing something in music. I know y'all asking like, Naomi, why you don't sing? Oh, I've been there. I've done that. And I ain't doing it no more.
Songwriting. Have you done a career of just songwriting for artists?
No, and you know what? Can I be honest? I don't think that's what it's for. I really believe that it is just for me to just do it like this, and it truly to be of a healing module for the masses.
That.
Yeah,
but I think people would call you. Okay,
no, I don't.
You're not gonna answer the phone.
No, not unless God say go ahead and do it. No, it ain't even about the money. It's not even about the money, because this is what I'm just giving freely, and I want people to truly understand what is happening before you all. This is where you can take your own words that you have in your own experience, in your own trauma, in your own life, where you can be able to heal. So the same words that I have written, you can write them yourself
Mm-hmm.
and put it in that app and see what comes back. And I'm telling you, there will be healing. And I'm going to go even a step further. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. If you don't know how to find those words to love on yourself, I am actually creating a course right now that I'll be launching in January to help you do that.
Mm-hmm.
A songwriting course.
No, it's not songwriting, but
You know what? I'm about to
Nelsa,
go over there
it's
in a line.
listen, it's about to get a whooping.
There's a group of young people that are not woke yet. They
Mhm.
are searching for authentic moments like
Yeah.
what you're creating. They're very surface level. AI is taking over, so they're not able to pull that deep.
Yeah.
You
And
have
it's not
to
just
mask it, because if they say healing, oh, I'm not doing it. But if they know that this is a creative process where they can get their songs and find their voice, they would run to that. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
meant.
you know what? And
Yeah.
it's not just the young people, and because some people call it writer's block, some people call it stuck. We even as adults, we get stuck and we can't find the words to articulate what we're actually feeling, and we can't get them out, and it makes us a little loopy inside. And so being able to have that creative writing,
Yeah.
to harness your inner being would be beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
And you know, the thing that one thing that I thought about was self-love. We can't do nothing without self-love and going through the healing. So when you talk about being able to write those words, write the words that let's go back to the 4 agreements. That very first agreement is the most important word. I can tell you, my sister had actually told me about this book, The 4 Agreements, and I've read it probably 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when I go out somewhere, I'm talking about the 4 agreements, especially when I hear somebody talking the words that come out of their mouth. Matter of fact, I just talked to one of my little cousins earlier today, and I was like, girl, I cut off all negative conversations with any and everybody. So you're going to have to excuse me because I've muted the world. You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand how powerful words is. And I had to take accountability of some of the words that I spoke to my very own daughters, as well as myself and other people. You understand what I'm saying? And so in this process is more of self-love, and that's why I don't want to cut you down with that that you're not alive, because I know you is, but I know this girl is always about business.
With me.
Ain't she? Ain't she?
It's like this is where I have to truly step back and understand what the gifts are that given to me, because I did go the financial route when we were signed to a major record deal, and that's a shit show all the time. But just being back and understanding what that is, and understanding how powerful music, how powerful words can be, how powerful your words, your story is. It's amazing, because there's a lot of things that's missing right now, especially in music, is that resonant and connection. I know, I was born in 72, so I got the music from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s that I can resonate with, and and do all this. And music has lost that connection to where it becomes a healing moment. So sometimes you need that to where you can do your own therapy outside of your therapist. You understand what I'm saying? When you can write your story, whether it's a love story, whether it's a trauma, whether it's anything of that sort, you can be able to write it, even your anthem. You know what I'm saying? Where you can write all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Will?
Yeah.
I would say when you can remove some of the technicalities of production in these days, it allows people to get back to their heart. Because even when I do art therapy works with people, they get so caught up in the technique that they forget their own understanding. And I think the biggest thing to understand is that what do influencers want to do most is relate and be relational. And so, what I love about Naomi and your work is that you're never really worrying about influencing anymore. You're worrying about relationships. And so that's what made me drawn to you, is that you are a conductor and the conduit of relationships for people. And I think that's the authenticity that you can't AI that. And so it's coming through your work, and that's what makes it beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Giselle, I see you over there, baby.
Yeah. So I know you are not. I know. And it's the birthday, and I don't know how I missed, because I went and looked, and like I didn't know how I missed Divine 9, but I'm like I kept calling it your Divine 9, right? And I don't know how I missed that. But I don't know. I know you know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Divine Nine is using your skills and talents to empathize with others, ending a phase and beginning new ones, serving humanity as your purpose and trusting your higher self.
Yes.
And sister, I have seen you through so many phases of life, and the divinity that is on you right now. I cannot wait. I I don't know if y'all know, but with Naomi, we be like, okay, she got it. She can't top this one. And then what she do? And every time she's not a gatekeeper, every time she does something, she's always giving us nuggets to empower us. Now she can't motivate you. You got to motivate yourself, but she inspires you and puts that in your space. And like the divinity that is glowing around you right now, girl, girl, girl.
Thank you. I
Girl.
appreciate that. I do. I really do. And when I say that I sit in constant gratitude, I do. I do. I remember having a conversation earlier today and just wondering, like, I remember when I was a single mother, you know what I mean? And not knowing if my rent was going to get paid, you know, and we live in that moment where we don't know where we're going the next day. Fast forward 20 something years now, you know, maybe 30 something years now, you know, I'm sitting here, you know, in a amazing relationship with amazing man. I'm married, you know, just doing bits. We that's my clad to my burn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just when you watch and you see just the transformation of just not only myself, but even my family and my friends that's been right along with me, it's a very joyous and harmonious time. And so, especially when I always been connected spiritually to God. And I just remember not going to church while I was in the entertainment business, because I remember telling my sister, my family, my cousin, I said, no, I don't even go in there. I ain't even playing with God like that. I knew that in my car that was my prayer moment. You understand? My prayer moment. But what I want to do is this next song right here. This next song is actually a homage to what I've been going through this year. And this is about insecurities. It's about making decisions and choices that society will frown on. But what I've done right now today, well, actually for all of my life right now, is that I have reclaimed and I am unashamed of every decision that I made in life, because with all those decisions that I made, it made me the woman and the goddess that I am today. So this next song is Reclaiming Unashamed. And also, it is a triumph song, what I call for my BII warriors, breast implant illness warriors. So let's go to Reclaiming Unashamed, baby.
Let's begin at that 13-year-old reflection in the mirror, searching for the woman that's inside of me. Questioning, does my outer woman have to match my inner woman? As Mother Nature has visited me on many occasions to let me know I am a woman. But this reflection tells me something different. Is there a choice? Do I have a voice in what truly makes me a woman? Or is it just a 31-year-old woman seeing a reflection of that 13-year-old girl? As tears run down my eyes, knowing that only a woman can give birth to a child. And I've done that twice. So why am I feeling less than? I reclaim my body. I release the shame. This is my body, my choice, my voice. I am woman, whole and complete, just as I am. famous household name. Hold up, let's not laugh too loud as the world tried to shame me yet again for my decision. But they don't understand that this path was a part of my journey. As I stand as a vessel of God and in service of others, as a name that once was looked at as shamed, I'm here to reclaim both the name and my authentic self, and my original womanhood body with my voice scream loud. I've reclaimed and so unashamed. So I stare looking at my 53-year-old body with scars that I love. The decision I made in my 30s don't define me as a mother nor of my womanhood. Throughout the last 20 years, those foreign objects have tried to destroy my body, but my soul rose up and came through. My choice, my voice, I am woman, whole and complete, just as I am, reclaimed and ashamed. I'm finally free. Yeah.
All right.
I can't handle all this.
All right. And when I tell y'all, when I wrote that, I just remember being that 13-year-old girl, wonder where my boobies at. Like, I know I'm a woman because guess what? Mother Nature come and visit me every damn month. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then when I look at 31 years old, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and still my boobs are still as little. And I know I'm a woman, but society shows me that I'm not a woman because I don't have cleavage, I don't have boobs. And I know I'm a woman because I had 2 kids at 31. And that is when I got my implants. So for 3 years, I've had my implants. When my middle baby was 6 months old, that is when I got them. And it was for a career choice. But when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, wow, I did that all because of my insecurities. I did it all because of such and such. Even, me choosing to get into the adult industry, it was a purpose, and society would think something totally different. How dare you do that? And when I say that, I'm taking the name, I'm talking about Naomi Banks. I'm talking about that very name, because if you Google it, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. But my thing is that same person who you see then is the same person that's sitting here right now. You understand what I'm saying? And so there is nothing that you can do or you can say that will ever shame me again. I have reclaimed who I am, who I'm becoming all the time, and I am unashamed.
Okay.
Because you wish that you can ever wear the shoes, and you had the strength to walk in the shoes that I did. And that was not only for me and not only for the women that's breast implant illness, it's for everybody who has been shamed for decision or choices that they made in life. And that is why I wrote that. And when I'm telling y'all this, it was just pouring out. Like this shit was just,
you heard the choir too when it was downloaded?
No, I did not hear no choir, but I knew that I wanted to be more of a anthem type of thing. Just
You felt like a stadium.
Yes, something like that. And I just pictured just women standing on a stage, because I'm actually right now, I'm gonna share right now. In January, I'm actually doing another podcast that's called Body, Voice, and Choice. And this is for body autonomy for women, where we talk about why we do certain things and the importance of us wanting to do things with our body of our choice and having a voice to be able to do it. So that's starting in January. And so it's something that I thought about it is building a community, like that for women to really, stand on who they are and their truth. I'm telling you, when I went through this breast implant illness, this BII, you're talking about somebody was pissed. I was pissed because these people knew what they were selling us was poison. But they lied to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put blame on them because I still have to take accountability for me choosing to do this to my body. But if I would have known, at least give me that choice too. You understand? And that wasn't what happened. And so I believe that's another purpose of me to be able to be out there and speak loud and be bold and tell that story. of that, and me going into the adult industry. I see a lot of beautiful young women that's out there, even men, that's trying to find themselves after the industry. But society is so cruel. They're so cruel. They don't ever want you to forget. And it's not that they want to forget. They want to grow. They want to grow. They want to grow in something more, and we can keep going on with that, but we ain't gonna go on with that one. With that,
I'm excited.
We ain't gonna go on with that one. So
I could see the visual performance.
Mm-hmm.
Once the choir sound, I was like, this is a full stage production.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I see you, Dazzy. What you doing?
I love me a
it.
number, right? I love me a good number. And in my head, it was going to be 9 of us in here today. In my head, that's what I thought, right? And it was 4 of us. I was like, oh, it's 4 of us. Okay. Then my head hit the number 4. Then in your song, you said 13, 4. Then you said 31, 4, right? And 4 is letting you know that your angels are offering you love and support and encouraging you to achieve your goals, and stressing the importance of laying the foundation for your future. So when I hear that song and I hear your thought process, it's like, okay, yeah, but you went through all that to lay the foundation to bring us where we are here today. So you sacrificed yourself in a way. So thank you. Thank you for honoring your path and sacrificing yourself. And I'm so glad my sister still like got over and is going forward with this. But girl, I'm not gonna cry tonight. I got on makeup, so
that tissue.
Listen, I'm gonna need a whole roll. I'm trying because girl, every song, it's a banger. Yes.
Something.
See, there you go in production. She over
I
here
work
in production.
It's real flat.
That's always working.
It's real flat. We need soul brought into visual concepts, and I just love everything's just woven, and we need that.
Like that wall behind you, just
yeah.
You laid the foundation, sister, and I can't imagine the lives that you're gonna affect and change just by them being open. To hear and accept that someone's not talking at them.
Yeah.
But speaking into them and having a conversation with them. So this is speaking for those who are afraid to have a voice. Reclaiming. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Will, my still friend.
I gotta say that because of your lyrics are so powerful, I want to hear them in all different genres. And I think that's also a testament to your ability to love and heal others. Is one of the highest forms of intelligence is translatable, right? Is being translatable. And the fact that you can cross hearts this is truly a testament to your work and the testament to your becoming and your rebirth. So this is just, I'm excited to be a witness.
Yeah.
Thank you. I say this so humbly, when I chose for the year 2025 to be the year of the rebirth, I honestly didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what that looked like. I think I ended last year with, we did a beautiful book club on change your paradigm, change your life.
Yep.
Change your paradigm, change your life. And I remember even at the end of the year, I remember going to a spiritual retreat. I did a weekend there, the spiritual retreat. And that is when I was able to witness one of my gifts. And I didn't know that I had it like that, but I did. I had it like that. And I, just engulfed it and just opened up for it to be just what it is and no longer afraid of it. But also in that process, I just remember shutting the world out. if you wasn't a part of my inner circle and you didn't understand what spiritual alignment was, then there were no more talking that I would do. And it was all love, but it wasn't because for some reason it just say you have to be connected, you have to be in, because I'm getting ready to show you something that you are truly going to be amazed at. And when I'm telling you on January 1st, I'm thinking that it's going to be something else at the season of self-love. God was showing me so many different things, so many different things. And I'm like, what the? Okay, I'm listening, I'm watching, I'm seeing. And in March, I think that's was when I decided to do my explant. I went through everything from a neurologist. I went to everything from a neurologist, had an MRI, had everything, and they could not find what was going on with me at all. We were just spending money. And nobody tell me what was going on with me. Like, it was days I could not get out of bed. It was days that my head was hurting so bad that my head would be under the pillow. Days that I could not walk. Days that my body was just like, and it was days that I was coughing, that I couldn't breathe and I couldn't talk, like literally, and not understanding that it was these foreign things that was on my body that was keeping me down. I had these for 23 years, y'all. 23 years. And it was like, what else am I going to do for you to remove these from you? And you talk about being whole. You talk about being authentic. How are you going to be authentic when you got those foreign things inside of you? How are you going to sit and you're going to talk to people about being real, of being, and from that, I was like, okay, what does that look like for me? Because I ain't seen it in 20 plus years. I remember talking to Dr. Will, and I said, I'm going to do July on the season of self-love, and that's all we're going to talk about. Dr. Will said, I'm ready for that. Man, let me tell you something, Dr. Will. I love your ass, because you'd be like, okay, where we jumping to?
I'm a lemming. I'm a jump. Like I said, how far? How deep? Do I need to bring a floaty? Let me know. Let me know where we swimming. I'll bring whatever I need.
Right, he be ready to jump. And just the women that came in and just so open just to tell their story was so amazing. It was so amazing. It was like, thank you for allowing me to have a voice to even speak and say it. And with this, it was just like, okay, let's put it out there, let's do it. Because I got a she'll be 13 next month up there. We was blessed with the butt. We weren't blessed with the boobs and our family. You know what I'm saying? And when I wrote that, I thought of her. I thought of my middle baby. I thought of my oldest baby. I thought of those women, those goddesses, those girls. I thought of them when writing this. And I was like, you know what? They're looking at me. They're looking at me in all facets of what I do in life. And I want them to know that I am not ashamed of any choice that I made in life. I try to protect you as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to continue to do that to the day I leave this earth. And then I'm coming back in spirit and do it too. You know what I mean? But with that song, that just made me like, I played that over and over again and was like, yes, this is it. I think that's really when everything just really started amping up for me, like really start amping. And I'm telling you, this is all in one day.
Wow.
This is
the whole album was in one day?
Yes, girl. I finished at 9:45 p.m. I'm gonna keep telling you that.
Oh, wow.
9:45 p.m.
9/9.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I finished it then. Yes. All right, y'all. So this next song, number 5, is Always Been You. And what this is that once again, we're looking for that validation on the outside, but we unsure of who we are. And all along, it's always been us. We always been good enough. We always been worthy. We always been talented. We always been smart. It's always been you. Always been you. And so this next song is all about always been you.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning. The world is about to shut down. It's been hell for me to sleep as my mind and strange things start to arise in my life. Shadows I've never seen, reflections that flash in my life in front of my eyes. I'm questioning myself, was that me? Was that for me? Ooh, is that the lesson? Is that what my time in my closet was trying to tell me? Sickness all around me, but I honestly this the most clarity I've ever had. Experiences hit differently when you're going through a healing process. When you're searching for self-love, searching for your authentic self is what God has intended for all of us. Now I see through it all, the greatest of me has always been me. It's time to wake up and see. It's always been you, your greatest gift, your greatest strength. It's time to fall in love with self, because it's always been you. Okay, so let's go forward. What am I to do? Transform from the inside out. Feel that little one that has protected you all these years. I changed my life when I changed my paradigm. Understanding that surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means allowing spirit, God, to lead us. Trusting the path that you walked and embracing our journey. Experiences hit differently when you're going through a healing process. When you're searching for self-love, searching for your authentic self is what God has intended for all of us. Now I see through it all, the greatest of me has always been me. It's time to wake up and see that it's always been you, your greatest gift, your greatest gift. It's time to fall in love with self, because it's always been
All right, my beautiful people. All right, so this song right here, and I'm gonna explain a little bit to you all, even back in 2020, and this is where I believe all of my spiritual, just everything that I got truly deep spiritually, and that's when the world shut down. Remember, y'all? Remember the world shut down, and I remember it was one particular morning. It had to be like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up cleaning, and I literally saw my life just pass, just everything, and I sat there crying, laughing, like, oh, that's what that's for. Oh, that was that for. Oh, that's what that's for. Oh, that's what that's for. And I remember looking in the mirror and I'm like, it's always been you. This has always been here. This has always been that. And the thing is that God, the universe, was sending me and my sister different people to come to us at different times with messages. We didn't understand it back then. But when we look back now, I understand it so well. And it's like, it's always been you. No one ever had to tell you anything. Now it's about time for you to search within and have that relationship with yourself to make it so powerful, but also to understand is that you are in service of others. We are in service of one another. We are in service of one another. But in the process of being in service of one another, what you have to do, you have to service yourself. You have to service yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need tissue. I don't have any tissue in the back of the room.
So this is my question. When did you realize that you were the one that you've been searching for? Dr. Will, I'm gonna go with you first, Dr. Will.
Yeah, I learned it when I accepted my own voice. When I could hear my own voice. When I learned that
the impact I made wasn't about being powerful. The impact I made was about feeling seen.
Mm, mm.
And I when I recognized that, I've been waiting for myself a very long time. And I actually was working on that all my life because music was my first voice,
Mhm.
the one I didn't know I needed. And so I think that was, I understood the power of my presence rather than my actual power.
Mhm.
So I think that's when I really stepped into myself, and I was able to be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Des, you okay, baby?
Mm-hmm. I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that you were the one you've been searching for?
You know how you learn lessons and then you relearn lessons and then you relearn lessons? It seems like I learn it constantly
Mm.
as I grow and go through life. I'm always learning something different and something new about myself. When I said in the beginning, I talked to the pictures of myself. It's the little one that I told her it wasn't her fault, and it's the one without when I was older. I told her I always told her, like, you know what, you were enough. Growing up in entertainment, it was always a competition, and in my I'm younger than you, right? We
Don't
do-
play. Don't even play like that.
um, I and it's music helps me get through. And I've been single for a minute now. And there's a song by Jennifer Lopez that says, I'm the greatest love I ever had," or something like that, the words, and it's part of my morning music playlist.
Mhm.
Um, and so every day I'm learning that more and more because more and more I'm learning to accept just different things that I hid from myself. So it's beautiful to have a mask revealed, but
Mhm.
sometimes I'm still like,
Yeah.
and that's something I work through constantly. But
Mhm.
every
Mhm.
day, I realize a little bit more and more every day. And like you, Dr. Will, I know my presence enters a room before I do. Right? My energy, my aura, it goes. And so I know about that power within myself, but I get in there, then I kind of do this.
Mm.
So yeah, daily. That's the answer.
Mhm.
Daily.
Mhm. You ready,
Vanessa.
Miss Vanessa? You ready?
This is too
Deep.
But can you repeat the question?
Okay. When did you realize that you were the one you've been searching for?
I feel like what both Dr. Will and Dizella said, I'm in both where I know myself and then I have moments where I don't know.
Mhm.
And I'm only 39, so there's this like mid range of myself because most of my family they die off in their 40s.
Mm.
So me trying to understand who I am, it's like I'm rediscovering myself, but then I'm also alone in that because I'm like the beginning of a new family tree because most of them are passing on and they didn't leave nothing behind.
Right.
Like how you were describing the generations,
Yeah.
mom, great grandma. I don't know none of them women.
Mm.
So there's like this open field for me.
Right.
Like what will be my traditions? What will be my journey of womanhood? What will I say? So I have to journal a lot.
Yeah.
And then I have to go back and read my journals to
Mhm.
see where am I at now. Like literally this week, I was looking at something from 2016, which has music in it that
Mhm.
I'm supposed to be performing on
Mhm.
stage. I know I keep talking about that, but I'm
Mhm.
serious.
Mhm.
And so there's just pieces of me along this journey. So I have moments where I realize it, and then I'm like, well, when do I do it? Because there's again that open field. I don't have milestones or anything. I have to create them as I go.
But you do have milestones right here. You sitting here in this moment, and you being vulnerable and you telling your truth. That is a part of it. So those things that you feel in the life that you've been through. That is what you feel in, and then you start to create your own traditions. You understand? You create your own traditions from there.
Thank you.
You know,
I know.
So
when you told me to buy this book,
what is it?
It sits with me. You know what this book is. It
change your
literally
paradigm, change your life.
Okay.
It literally daily is something. You can take this book and just go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My little big sister. This is what I call her, my little big sister. It's so funny how I was blessed to not only have my blood sister, but she's also my spiritual sister as well, my soul sister. So I don't know if we all have that. I think when we were going through this spiritual thing, it was so funny because I was running from it, and she was looking like, I ain't going around my sister because she's gonna be thinking I'm crazy, and I'm like, and we were able to go through this whole spiritual journey together, literally holding hands, going through this together. And I remember we are so connected that we feel each other energy from. She lived way across town. And one morning I woke up and I was feeling just like, ugh. And she called me up and she said, girl, this lady walked in this store. And she said, I don't know where this lady come from. This lady come right to me, talking about, I got something for you. She was like, what? She said, you need this book right here. It's free. Change your life, change your paradigm. And I was like, what? As soon as she sent it to me, I started listening to it. I think he said about 3 or 4 words, and I was hooked. And then I knew I needed to share it with my listeners over there at the Season of Self-Love. And then we did a 10-day challenge on reading the book, and every chapter was something different. And it was just so amazing. And it literally changed I sent it to my daughters. I sent it to them. I'm like, no, y'all need to read. I sent it to my auntie. I was challenging everybody. I was making everybody, we're gonna be accountable for everybody's stuff, because we need to change the way that we think. So we need to change that. And a lot of times it's hard to do that. And sometimes we will fall back, but it's all about knowing and understanding what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so when doing that book right there, yes, that book, I still listen to that book on a weekly. I listen to that book on a weekly. All right, so this next track, y'all, will hit you. This is Dog Pound Mike, one of his favorite songs right here. I did a course. And I do have a course on it, but I haven't released it yet. But I did a series last year called Healing Beyond Betrayal. Healing Beyond Betrayal. And, a lot of times we always look outside of ourselves about who betrayed us. But also one of the biggest betrayal that we do of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so with this song, it's more than just betrayal with the relationship and betrayal with yourself. It's taking accountability on some of the things that we allow in our lives. Some of the things that we allow to do in our lives, and just being curious. So when I thought about this, I thought about my first marriage. I thought about my ex relationships. I thought about my current relationship. I thought about my relationships with my mother, sister, brother, family members and friends. I thought about all of that when creating this song. And so right now I want to share Healing Beyond Betrayal.
Have you ever heard a song that reminds you of that one true love? The song that gives you chills, a string of mixed emotions that have you seeing red. But in the same as that red seems anger, it's also burning love from there. Reminiscing on the good times in the first verse, but by the chorus you feel the burning from the hurt. How can one heal from the betrayal of the heart? Betrayal can be so confusing, not knowing who to trust, who to help fuck your life up, you or him, them or you. This way we look in the mirror and take accountability of ourselves, never to make excuses for another, but know the power that healing has, that word forgiveness can turn it around. Healing beyond betrayal. Oh, I'm taking back my reminding you how you allowed yourself betrayal to lock you down for so long. By the end of the song, you found your inspiration to forgive your heart, forgive your mind, and your fucked up decision. But what you went through, that experience can never be taken away. It's that lifelong lessons that made you the woman, the person that you are today. Your forgiveness is the key to healing beyond betrayal. So baby girl, I salute. I took my crown to you. Your grace, your strength, your growth is admirable. Curtsy now. Well, I'm proud of the vision I see now. Betrayal can be so confusing, not knowing who to trust. Who the hell fucked your life up, you or him, them or you? That's where we look in the mirror and take accountability of ourselves. Never to make excuses for another. And know the power that healing has. That word forgiveness can turn it around. Healing beyond betrayal. Healing free. It's the road I walk alone. Learning to trust again. Learning to come back home. To myself, to my truth, to the love I deserve. Healing beyond betrayal. Finding the strength and the nerve. Oh,
Yeah.
betrayal of the heart. I look in the mirror, that's where I start. Forgive myself first, then let the rest go. Beyond betrayal. That's how I grow. Beyond betrayal. I'm taking back my power. I forgive you. I forgive you. My mind is dour. No more living in the pain. No more holding on to blame. Healing beyond betrayal. I'm reclaiming my name.
You know, the crazy thing is when you talking about healing beyond betrayal is that word forgiveness comes so loud and clear. That word forgiveness comes so loud and clear. And I know Dr. Will, you and I, we talk about this a lot over there at the Season of Self-Love, because one of the hardest things is forgiving ourselves for decisions and choices that we made in life. And this is one of the reasons why I wrote this song, because even me giving myself permission to sit, listen, write, that I have forgiven myself. So when I talk, and you will see in my writing, is that all of this is a reflection in the mirror. Mirror is my space. Mirror is my thing. And I think about it even when driving in my car. That used to be my prayer session, my prayer room, and looking at my reflection in that little bitty mirror there. You know, now I can see myself a full wholeness. And so now I can truly forgive that person, that woman, that goddess, whatever you want to call her, me. It's forgiveness. And not only forgiveness of myself, but also forgiveness in others. And when I say forgiveness, we can still forgive someone and not have to deal with them at all. You understand what I'm saying? And I want people to understand what that means. When you forgive somebody, it's like, okay, we're good. We're good. I know who you are now, and I know who I am now. And I still love you, but I can love you from afar. And now I will no longer make those decisions for my life based on you. Does that make sense? Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. And so this is my question for you all. Who do you need to forgive, including yourself?
Don't come over here.
Whoever want to go first.
Don't come over here.
You know, I take this.
Okay.
You know something? I've been in a relationship now for a long time. And when we met and we started dating, it felt like that was the only relationship I've been in. But before I got there, I honestly had to apologize to all my relationship before, because it was my fault. I was messed up. I was just out there, you know. it wasn't no commitment. It's all about what I want to do. So until you can go apologize, really apologize for your past, you won't move on to that future. You won't move on more because you haven't changed your ways. So the betrayal was me. I was the one that betrayed. I was betraying. You know, so to make anything work, you really got to go back and wipe the slate clean.
Yeah.
And be honest with it and be like, I messed up. I mean, I was in a relationship before where the old girl tried to kill me. Seriously. But it wasn't all her fault. I was there too. It was a relationship between two people. So I've caused things in there. So to go anywhere and be conscious and be loved and really grow together, you got to take all the stuff you did before and put it out there.
Yeah.
And forgive yourself. And then that's the only way you can move on.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for sharing that.
I love the song.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. My sister over to look like, dude, you sure you're getting emotional and sending
It is. Dog pound was real back in the day. Real.
Vanessa, we're going to go to you first. What second?
I have a different love story, and I feel like I'm in the middle of forgiving a lot of the things that I've done to manipulate love, to make it the way that I want it. And that process is still coming to me because I'm starting to see how I've hurt men, being this sexy little thing, and how it may have impacted the choices they're making now. Because social media is funny. It does this thing where it'll show your ex and people you don't talk to no more, like as a suggestion. I'm like, he not doing good. I wonder who did that. I wonder where that came from. So I'm back into just trying to figure out how to forgive myself for being how I was, and then how can I have a adult conversation with those particular people. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Because I've imprinted bad memories for them.
Yeah. You know, I love that you say that. I know it was a project that you was working on.
Soulmate, Lovers, and Friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paused it for a while.
You paused it for a while. I'm excited for that one, though. Yeah. I'm excited for that one. Dr. Will,
I'll keep it simple. I think the biggest thing for me was I had to learn how to forgive a lot of women that didn't understand I was sensitive from the beginning. I was the one that I went beyond my capacity, went beyond my boundary, went beyond my capability to when all they needed was A through L, and I gave A through Z. And so I didn't understand how to reel that back in and preserve what the relationship was asking of me.
Right.
And so I had an all or nothing energy. So it's like, I met you the first day and I'm like, well, how do I buy you a house? It's like, how about we just go for a walk first?
Right.
And so learning to actually be more in boundary. So I learned how to forgive just the little boy in me that just wanted to be in love, taking over, and also making it hard for other women to just actually process me because I could look like I'm love bombing. And so it wasn't me wanting to love bomb. It was me just really wanting to have closure, security, and safety in someone else's heart. And so I kind of went more emotionally aggressive about things. And so I think that I had to learn how to just, I asked for forgiveness from those that had to deal with that raw part of me that didn't understand. And I also had to forgive myself for understanding that I genuinely just want love. And it doesn't all have to happen now. It can happen over time. So.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Desi, Dazelle?
Well, in the beginning, I spoke about forgiving myself, right? And so echoing, I had to forgive myself for ignoring flags, like a flashing red light before a cliff, you know.
Right.
And so I've done work to forgive myself in that space, but names to be unsaid, but I have to, and I'm still working to forgive people who took advantage of me in spaces when I was vulnerable and unable to defend myself, or manipulative, and all I wanted to do was, like Dr. Will, is love.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
That is the short of it. Keep it
Yeah.
moving. Yeah.
You know, I want to say this to you. I want to tell all three of you two, Dr. Palmer, thank you so much. And why I say thank you so much for just being vulnerable and just sharing. Because what I want to just show everybody on how these songs truly do resonate with us, no matter who we are, no matter what sex we are. You understand, no matter what profession that we have, that it truly does resonate with all of us. These words are very powerful. You know, once again, we're going to go back to the 4 agreements. The very first agreement is using your words impeccably. You understand what I'm saying? And so even in the description of what I was talking about in Healing Beyond Betrayal, even I don't see not one word negative for me, is because they were all healing words of accountability and understanding what forgiveness is for me, so I can be able to give that forgiveness outside of me. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this next song, y'all know I'm the goddess. I am the goddess. So you know I had to represent for the goddess. And if y'all didn't know, I got a tattoo on my back. It's the tramp stamp, that it means God in spirit. And I'm telling you, I got that at 19, 20 years old. I didn't even know that it was going to be significant in my life, like really like this. So I've been a goddess ever since I was a baby. Didn't even know it. You know what I mean?
You're
So
born a god.
Right, yes. So this next song is Goddess Rising, y'all. This is for all my gods and goddesses out there, baby. Let's do it.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, a goddess is born. Tramp stamp God and spirit mark my body's confirmation for more. Spiritual guidance, altar prayers, living my life beyond synchronicity. Limitless energy beyond what they thought. My goddess glow outshines it all. I am rising, I am glowing, I am goddess. Watch me rise, watch me shine. This is my time. Goddess energy can't contain me. I'm not who I was, I'm who I'm becoming. Okay, you say, where's my main character energy? A goddess energy is too elevated to be concerned with that type of energy. Grace, illuminating intentional spirit allows me through my main chakras, combining heaven and earth as the light shines from the crown of my chakra. As I mentioned before, the tramp stamp says it all. It's the God in me that makes me the goddess. If you feel a little tingle in your heart, know it's about time you rise up. Get your goddess glow up as you are being called. Let your light shine bright, don't play small. God is calling you to step into your power. Let your inner goddess rise. Queen, you got this, goddess. You got this. Remember my stamp trap, it's the God in you. Let it shine from the inside out, illuminating like that goddess glow. I am rising, I am glowing, I am goddess. Watch me rise, watch me shine. This is my time. Goddess energy can't contain me. I'm not who I was, I'm who I'm becoming.
Y'all, that's my anthem. Y'all, that is my anthem. That is my anthem. You know,
That sounds like a music video.
the red. I see the fabric.
Yeah, that is it. And I enjoyed writing that. I remember saying I wanted it more of a R&B hip hop, more of a like a kind of singing thing that you do, like singing, kind of rapping type of feel that I
That
want.
sing-songy thing that Beyonce does.
Yeah, that
This
kind
is
of,
a vibe.
yeah, like a whole vibe, in that motion. But what I want to do right now, dog, pound my mic, because I want to go to the comments right now, and I want to just know, how are y'all feeling the music right now? Am I feel, because I see a whole bunch of people in the room, and I thank you all so much. I truly am blessed that all of you are here right now. Just tap it. I saw Brush. Hey, Brush, baby. Tap the like button for us to let us know that you feeling this episode. This is a special episode. Again, it is my birthday. It's all about you listening right now to the sound of the rebirth here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We usually on Thursday night, so we will be back Thursday for a live show. Yeah, Thursday, but today is a very special day. This is what I'm supposed to have been doing. That's why I didn't do it the first 2 weeks. Why I do it? It is just so aligned here. Again, I want to thank all of my BTG folks that's in there. I see you all. I see you all. I see my nephew over there. I see one of my daughters in there. I see y'all over there. I can't really see. Yeah, see.
Birthdays.
Yeah.
I love
And thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the birthday wishes and stuff like that. All right, so I'm not even gonna ask y'all about the goddess song right there, because I want to go to the next song. The next song, this song right here. When I sat down and thought about writing it, I said, wow, how am I going to do this? Because it's one thing is that I've always been a very spiritual being, but I'm also a sexual being. And I just remember standing on, I guess you want to say on that line, and not understanding which one that I'm in. I felt as I had to make a choice. Either I'm spiritual or I'm sexual.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be both.
Yeah.
And so when I really sit, it's like, well, sexuality and spirituality, those are the essence of who we are. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That is how we create other human beings. We just have to be responsible in doing it. But then we talk about sensuality, being sensual, that's being aware of who you are, being aware of everything around you. It's so many different aspects to this. I just remember going into the adult industry. I went into the adult industry in my 30s. I was a grown woman going through a divorce with 2 kids. Like, what the hell? That's what people would say. What the fuck is you doing? And honestly, I thought I ain't gonna say thought. I knew that I was doing something for purpose, and my purpose when my dad was sick, and I wanted to truly help financially. You understand what I'm saying? And I thought that I was gonna be in and out. Boom. I really thought that. But even through the process of me, I met some amazing people. Going through this journey, and just been able to really, I guess, want to say in depth my life, put more in depth in my life. And so this song SSS is called Sexuality, Sensual, and Spirituality. That is what that SSS mean for. And 2 years ago, you came and helped me. My sister and my brother-in-law came and helped me. That I wanted what I'm going to do, but I and Mr. Marcus came out, and we did this panel where we're healing through sexuality and spirituality, because we do need that. We have a lot of people that are religious hurt, religious trauma, and don't understand how to connect with the difference between spirituality and religion. And then more, it's like you have to be connected to something. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something we say, when I say the God in me, we all have God in us. You know what I'm saying? You have to connect with that. And so when we talk about all of that, that means all of it. But being responsible,
confirmation.
See, that's why you can't have everybody on set. No, just kidding.
Confirmation.
Right, my sister had this stuff, But this next song is called SSS, and I want y'all to listen to the lyrics to this. Listen to the lyrics to this, because this is what I was doing throughout my whole time as I was in the adult industry. Here we go.
We ain't crying, are we?
On my way to set my Eyes on the road, my soul in constant prayer. I ask God to show me it's time for me to leave this industry, as I haven't stepped into a church as long as I was fornicating in front of the world. As family asked me to choose, I chose later. The provider for my family. I don't have to choose, they're all part of me. My sexuality is sacred. My sensuality is divine. My spirituality is whole. God never left me, even when they said I left God. SSS, it's all part of my soul. Only fans live making thousands at night, doing spiritual healing by day. Felt the eyes of shame that before my self-love journey. For my spiritual healing, that's before I embodied that tramp stamp. God and spirit, the God in me. I now know what my essence is, my core is, what my soul does. I was created through sexuality, through sensuality, through love. No, God knows your heart. Stay with pure intentions, even in those darkest moments. Understand the power you have within you when expressing your sexuality, your sensuality and spirituality. They all have a profound responsibility. Society wants you to think one is bigger than the other. Balance in all aspects can be an amazing gift from God. I don't have to choose, they're all part of me. My sexuality is sacred. My sensuality is divine. My spirituality is whole. God never left me, even when they said I left God. SSS, it's all part of my soul. Driving in my car, on my way to set my eyes on the road.
All right, yeah, that was it. So for this one, I do have a question for everybody here. Is, because when we do, a lot of people don't want to put those 3 words in the same vicinity, in the same sentence, in the same anything. And so my question is to you all is, how do you honor the sacred connection between your body and your spirit?
You gotta know who you are. You gotta know who you are and know your purpose. You gotta know your purpose, because we talk about sex, and you say it all the time. It's like, when nobody be here if it wasn't for sex, when nobody be walking around, So the thing is you gotta know your sexual purpose, and you gotta know your spiritual purpose. And if you can truly, honestly figure that out within yourself, you're doing okay.
Okay, y'all kind of quiet on this.
Who you going to first? Dr. Will, you got this one?
I got 3 levels to it.
Okay. There you go, Dr. Will.
I wanted to be rude and start, So the first level is understanding that your body is a vessel for spiritual divination. We're human beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? The second level is our bodies are meant for relation. Without our bodies, we cannot relate to the world we exist in, right? And then lastly, our spirits are truly here to learn. And the only way that it can happen is through the body. So if you can just imagine yourself as a spirit being chosen, saying, hey, you're going to be in the body of William. And I need you to give William the chance to live the lesson that you've been granted and gifted. These are some of your skills. These are some of your gifts. Here are some of your shortcomings. And you're going to meet some people that are going to have to teach and show you what William is capable of so that you can learn the lesson that you're here for, to continue this process called purpose.
Yeah.
And when you see life like that, it makes relationships a little more intentional. It makes sex a little more foundational, and it makes trauma a little more graceful.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, Dr. Will. Now you thought about it? You want to go next?
Chewing.
You chewing?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, my number's 3.
So silly.
I am a 3. I literally, when I moved to California, my apartment was 333. It's 3's on my wrist with a Trinity knot and a heart. And so I worked in entertainment, several sectors all my life. I never said this one out loud, public, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I believe sensuality is movement, right? How do I balance it? Every morning when I get up, I put on music and I move my body. I move my body in a way that feels freeing to me and releasing to me. And the more I, I think about it, I'm like, oh, well, if I had a pole, it'd be a little different up in here, wouldn't it? And so have danced in clubs for a part of my life, for me, it wasn't the act of dancing to turn on or do anything. It was a freedom. And it was the sensuality of that. I've always been spiritual. I've always been connected and grounded in that, getting grounded in that space and grounded more and more. And when you add the sexuality to it, that's all coming into the tantric nature of all that, putting everything together, the sensuality and the spirituality, and then, then we procreate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I balance it. It's all about balance, and it's not even a fine line because it's just you. Loving the body that you're in, and I've learned to do that.
Yeah.
From a size 2 to a size 22. So yeah.
I know that's right. And back down, huh?
Yeah.
I know that's right. All right. Are you done chewing?
This song, I want to say I wish I heard it when I was exiting the adult business myself, because I kept having the conflict of what you were saying. Am I sexy today? Am I spiritual? And then when I had to learn to integrate it, I was like, well, what does that look like in a lifestyle, in a journey of exuding yourself? So I've learned to accept my ladiness. And every day I have to accept the flowers that are given to me for being all 3 of those S's. Because when I say the rotation of my lovers I can't wait to do soulmate lovers and friends, because they have to confess how I made them feel, whether it was good or bad. And then if I taught them anything, and then what do they remember about our time? Some of them, they tell me in the DMs, but I'm like, I need this recorded because I'm creating a show of it. They don't have to show their face, but I want people to know, like, this journey of being a sex goddess, you get to like play with this essence of yourself, and men can do it too. I have definitely been anointed by men, but I've also been condemned by them too. And it's this energy exchange that you learn through all 3 of those S's. And so I'm learning to accept that ladiness that comes with these S's.
Beautiful.
We should have known it was going to be questions coming behind these songs.
A list.
I want to tell you.
This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new.
I want to tell you something. You said sex is foundational, right? Don't try to give me some foundational sex later on.
It's birthday season.
Second time hearing this.
Now
you brought the candles.
It's gonna be another one running around up in there.
Let's go. We going to the next song.
It's gonna be another one running around up in there.
But this better be a song too.
This the last song. The number 9 is the last song, and this is ReBirth. This is the ReBirth, and it's just an anthem. It's just really just going through just life and what I've been going through before, and especially this year, just paying homage to it and understanding what rebirth is for me and what rebirth could be for you. So here is the rebirth of a nine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2025 is the rebirth of 72.
It's my jam.
Illuminating that divine nine that's engraved on my spine. Transformation, sexual healing, falling in love with self. Walking raw and naked in front of the world with my vulnerability and authentic self. Never to shy away from drama or chaos. I saw the light through the darkness that brought me to my rebirth. Through my lows, growing wisdom and spirituality, 5 years strong. From a broken foundation to a building of strong self-love. This is the rebirth. I'm alive again. Stronger than before. I rise and ascend. I am reborn. Watch me rise. Phoenix from the flames, no more disguise. This is my rebirth. My time to shine. 2025. This life is mine. Finally I can breathe. Yeah. No more toxicities. No, you started off in synchronicity with a year full of confirmation, allowing me to shed my old version and step in a new elevated version of what God chose for me. I'm not ashamed of my journey. I'm empowered, I'm reclaimed, I'm unstoppable. I'm the rebirth. This is my rebirth. I'm born again. Please don't confuse me with Christ, as I'd be honored if you did. But let's not disrespect what God has chosen me for us and that our rebirth, for our healing journey, to be a vessel to others, using your love, your trials, your wins, your authentic being. This is the rebirth. Stronger than before. Watch you rise. Bright sky. See your rebirth. My time to shine. 2025. This life is mine.
All right. All right, y'all. So I'm getting very, very teary-eyed right now. Very, very teary-eyed right now.
Good, you done made us cry.
Yeah. Just listening to that song is just replaying everything that was written in that day. And I know I said 48 hours that I finished it, but no, I finished it in less than 24 hours of all of this. And sitting at my altar and allowing God to truly use me, it's an amazing feeling. And sometimes it could be very scary because when you are looking on the outside of you and you might feel different or look different and no one speaks your language. You understand what I'm saying? I know one thing is that I was blessed. I was blessed with Dog Pound Mike. I was blessed with my sister and my brother-in-law. I was blessed with Vanessa. I was blessed with Giselle. I was blessed with Dr. Will. I was blessed with my amazing mother, even though she be forgetting sometimes, but still I get to see her truest essence right now. And that's one thing is that going through this self-love journey, it teaches you so much about responsibility, about empathy, about compassion, about patience, about tolerance, about self-love, finding out who you are so you can understand others. You understand what I'm saying? So and people say, well, how can you do self-love? How can you not? How can you not? How can you not? And so this right here, this gift that was given to me on that day, I understand why my computer had been down crazy for 2 weeks. This is the craziest shit. Sorry, this is the craziest shit, and that we're going strong today. No hiccups, no nothing. No hiccups, no nothing. That you knew that this is exactly where God has meant for us to be. Truly. And I thank you all for being a part of that journey. I thank you all for watching me, but also being open to my transformation. I haven't changed. I just transformed and grew and elevated to something even more better. But what I did is I removed my mask and allow myself to truly shine. And you all can do the same damn thing. That's the thing. You could do the same thing. So when I say that I am sitting in gratitude, that I am sitting also in amazement, is that oh yeah, I understand. I understand who I am now. You know what I mean? And that's been an amazing, amazing thing. I always say that I'm on a spiritual high. So you need to come get some of this. And that is the most truest form. You know, you get people that say, you know, you suck dick. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I still do with my man, but that's what we do. You understand what I'm saying? But why is that more important than me speaking to you about self-love, about me speaking to you about positivity? Then this is where I like, you need a hug? You understand what I'm saying? And so I know it's hard. And I'm not just talking about, people they're coming from the adult industry or sex work. I'm just talking about people in general. When you do something in life that people feel that you've made a mistake that you can come back from, you can. One thing is that we come from a loving God. That is what leads us, is love. Yeah. But you also have to take responsibility and accountability of what you've done. And as Dog Pound Mike say, and apologize. As Dr. Will say, you be accountable and you move forward and you move on with it. So if anything that you have taken from this is understand that it don't matter who you are. I believe my picture is in the dictionary as transformation. Okay. And I didn't use Amanda. I used Naomi Banks for a reason. And I'm going to tell you this. Y'all stop calling me Amanda. Y'all don't know me that like, no, I'm just kidding. Y'all know me as Naomi. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So what I want to do, I wanted to ask y'all these last questions. Yes, this is the last one. What does your rebirth look like to you? And I'm gonna go right here to my right here with Vanessa. Yeah.
All right. So my rebirth is ever changing. I should, even as I grow older, be able to rebirth myself again and again. And being able to tell my story, I know I've rebirthed because I'm able to express it. So that's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Giselle?
I knew you were gonna do that one. My rebirth looks like an ethereal freedom, if that makes sense. It looks like being able to leave a legacy or to create a legacy that can inspire, not just because I used to think it was only women, but I understand is women and youth who don't know. And so that's what it looks like, being able to express myself in impeccably in a way that gives me the freedom within and helps somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Dr. Will?
Yeah. I think that my rebirth would be me surrendering to the things I thought I was, the things I thought I had to be, and radically accepting the man that I love being.
Yeah, beautiful. Dr. Mike, I'm gonna come to you. This one last moment.
My rebirth is when my life got simple, when I stopped chasing things, money, cars, women. When I stopped chasing things and just were able to find my right person, find my family, and now being simple is just taking care of my family and loving my family, and everything else that comes with that, like making the movies and stuff. That's just icing on the cake. But my main purpose is taking care of my loved ones. So that was my rebirth from chasing back in the day.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to do something. I'm not going to put it on camera, but I see my beautiful little big sister over there. And you said, and you've heard the whole album, you and brother-in-law, that. And I want to ask you, which song resonated with you the most?
There were a few of them that really resonated with me, but I think the one is probably Mirror Mirror. As you stated earlier, that we have kind of gone on this journey together. You started years ago, really didn't know what it was. I started about 3-4 years ago, and like you said, I embraced it. This whole album, it's just given us an insight to this journey that you've been on. And you've created such an amazing platform with this album that allows people to be okay with not being okay. And it shows them a way to be able to express themselves when they may not know how. Even if they put pen to paper and it may not sound as beautiful as your words did, just to have that virtual voice bring whatever it is that they put on that paper to life so they can hear it back, is in itself therapeutic. So all these people that are watching, like, we all can relate to whatever topic you had in whatever song. We all experienced that in some way, shape, or form. So that way, this resonates with everybody. I don't think that there would be not one person that would be able to relate to this album soundtrack. Not one.
Yeah.
Whatever you're calling it, soundtrack. Not one. Not one.
But Mirror Mirror, you asked the question, like, what do you see? Do you see the world or do you see your true self? I'm going to be honest. I see them both. There's always one standing in front of the other. They switch places. That's just a forever battle that I will have within myself. I think that we will never lose one or the other. There will always be one that will either be way up front and that other one will kind of be in the back somewhere, just waiting for you to make a mistake, which we always do. We always do. Like she said, like she sees shadows. Her show up as shadows. Mine just standing in the back looking at me like this. Like, is it my turn to come up there now? Is it my turn to come up there now? And it may take years for that other one to come up. But for right now, I'm looking at my true self. Because I've done the work. And I'm continuing to do the work. There's always work to be done. Because like Vanessa says, we are ever evolving. There's always going to be changes no matter how old we are. So, thank you. Thank you.
Got her over here tearing up. I see the tears from the side.
It was. Right. So I'm about to do this. Brother-in-law. You know I love you, my brother-in-law. You know, my brother-in-law, he doesn't have a lot of words to say, but when he does say those words, they be powerful. Yes. So brother-in-law, I'm gonna put you on the spot, baby.
Okay, love you, sis. For me, the song was definitely Mirror Mirror as well. You know, the part in me that from that song is, I think I always see myself in the mirror, you know, being a ex-professional athlete and living in the world they were living in now. Majority of people that see me, that's mostly, you know, all they see or remember me as. So it's like being in a different chapter of your life right now, but you will never get ahead of that because of, that's mainly where, they remember you from. I'm 47, I'm almost 50 now. So that's early in our early 20s where it's like, man, it's such a different time in our lives right now. But that's the only thing, people ever, resonate over. And, I just think about that song and then the last song of Rebirth when you ask the question of, when was yours? And I sit there now and I think about I haven't even addressed or gone to the point of thinking about it. And I find myself listening to the next song thinking about the song before. And there's so many different emotions, so many different thoughts, so many different things that I look forward to putting into my everyday life because of this album, and realizing the different things that I've never, faced or addressed, dealing with the health that I'm in now, playing professional basketball for 15 years, playing basketball for a totality of over 20 something years. And people don't realize, me being 47 and they see me getting out of the car or walking and they're like, man, you're so young, but you don't understand what my body has been through. And so like, that's a lot of, apprehensive that I have going different places, doing different things. There's a lot of different hidden, health things that you deal with that a lot of people don't see. As my wife got ready for, the celebration and everything tonight, and then she can attest to, I've been taking medication today from high blood pressure, and I just kept feeling in my spirit, I cannot miss this. So she was getting her clothes and stuff together, and I kind of had in my head what I was going to put on, what red shirt I was going to put on. And I just, took as much time as I needed, and then something just popped. I got up and began to get ready for, the celebration. So for me, it's so much of we've been through in the last 25 years, so much that I'm looking forward to doing in the next 25 years. One of the things that I thought mostly about in the midst of all of this is what you want to be in life. What is the greatest thing that you want to be in life? And the one thing that I thought about is I would like to be a great grandfather. You think about, we don't even see a lot of great grandparents around anymore. I think about my brother that we lost last year, that he didn't even live long enough to be a grandfather. Things like that really, really resonates to me more and more now. And when I hear, I don't know if this is an album that I'm going to be able to get to, listen to myself, in the car, or, when I work out and things of that nature. My younger brother, is a rapper, and he's put so many different things out on iTunes and SoundCloud and all that different stuff, and he sends them to me and my brother, or my other brother, we're in the group chat, and you listen to them, and sometimes you get so busy you don't get a chance to listen to them. But I've, since this last 2 or 3 weeks or so, working out, trying to get my health better, I've listened to some of his old things from like 2013, 2014 that he has posted up, and just the different things that he comes with. And is like, my goodness, how was I so busy that I didn't slow down to just, and even in the group chat now, I sit up there and I post the lyrics that I hear him, like the different stuff that you're saying. He was like, I just he's never had that chance. And so I'm trying to be more of a big brother, trying to be more focused in on the different things, that I think I want to, or my purpose, understanding my purpose of what I'm here for, more than the whole basketball aspect, because that took his journey of what it was supposed to do. We made millions, we lost millions. We're living now in the situation of being happier with what we have, and being comfortable with that. And just like, Dog Pound said. I'm just not hearing that name, Dog Pound. That's Big Bro. But just like he said, just understanding like what's important, you know, what's the value of things in life, and going to. I hate being at Walmart, but I love going to Walmart each and every day because now I'm feeding my family. I'm putting things together that the family needs, and at the end of the night, once it's time to get in bed and lay down, and my wife is right there. She'll go to sleep on me, and I'll go to sleep on her, and we'll see each other in the morning. It's just how life is. So, I appreciate the invite to be here. We love you to death, love the family to death, and we just looking forward to what this is going to do for all of us.
No, thank you. You know what? Honestly, thank you all. And thank you for sharing and getting on the mic and sharing your voices too tonight. Y'all know I don't try to do too much things without y'all two right there with me. Just going through this whole, journey of it all. But it was something that he said that you can go download the entire album. And actually, it is 22 songs.
Ooh.
I only gave you 9 because there is different versions to these songs that'll help you to vibe to in the way that you want. So you just go to asknaomi.com/music, go there and put in your email address. There will be a link that will be sent to you where you can download the whole entire album.
Okay.
And if you just tuning in right now, we are at the end, but I want to let you know is that these are amazing words of just through my life, journey through my life. And it's my voice, but it's not my voice. I use Suno, SUNO, AI to elevate my words even more to where I can hear them, I can feel them and emotions with that. And it was just put on my heart to share it with the masses, to be a part of what they say my ministry. My ministry is what this is. I'm not a minister.
Yes, you
I
are.
just be speaking. No, I just be speaking. That's all I be doing. I don't really like labels. The only labels that I do love is goddess, because I understand goddess for me is God in spirit. And that means God is with me all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to thank everybody again. Thank you, Nessa.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for this album. This album is fire. It's
fire.
Amazing. I'm excited. I'm downloading tonight. Okay, y'all download tonight. Tonight. And I'm looking forward to the chorus because I need to work on my songs.
Desi, that baby. Thank you.
Girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for just being vulnerable. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being authentic. Thank you for just being in the space and in the room.
Thank you for having me. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I only thing that my only regret is I'm still in Los Angeles and I'm not there with you. Like this has again, thank you for your sacrifice. And thank you for your story and thank you for helping me grow. Yeah. So thank you for having me.
Dr. Will, my still friend. Thank you so much, my rainbow bright hair fella. What's up, baby?
I just want to say, I also felt like your words are so visual that I could see it as its own theater, its own musical. I see it. It's amazing how transformative you are and transformative you become. And the fact that that is your word in the dictionary, I think you've found everything that God needed to give you. So it's just important that you keep sharing.
Here. And to my road dog, my Clyde, to my Bonnie, Dog Pound Mike, my baby. What's happening? Thank you so much. Thank you, because you just be rolling. You be rolling.
Yes, we do. We just roll and gonna keep rolling, keep creating and doing our thing. I am very, very proud to say that I know you. And know you when you first let me listen to it, I felt everything, and I know, we'd have been on some missions, we'd have been through some life, and I just know where you at, and I'm here for you all the time.
Thank you. And I gotta say this to my BTG crew, man. When I tell y'all I love y'all heart. I really, really do. Sometimes it be 5 of us in this room. Sometimes it be 20 of us in this room. Sometimes it be 100, 200 in this room. But those that been with me from day one, y'all know when we used to be over there at OnlyFans. Y'all remember? When we be over there at OnlyFans? It's like we having benediction in there. I'm just saying. Oh, wow. I'm just saying, but I love every single one of you all. And if you just tuning in today, we are back on Thursday, and that's going to be a great one. We're talking about sensuality. On Thursday, yeah. And sometimes we have guests in the studio or even online, but we are back. We are back here at Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap podcast. And I truly want to thank you all. Also, if you guys go to the website, y'all see that we got a fundraiser going on for breast cancer awareness month. We do have a goal of $1,000. So whatever counts, just put it on in there. It's very dear to my heart. Whatever you can give towards that cause as well. Actually next week when we come back, we're going to be talking about breast cancer awareness for men. That's a conversation that we don't talk about a lot. And so we definitely will be talking about that. I got to do a little bit more research on it, but I'm going to come in and we're going to talk about that and address those issues as well. Man, I thank you all. I have nothing else to say, but be good to one another in yourselves. And I always keep it sexy. I will see y'all on Thursday.
We don't get to say happy birthday.
Wow, y'all want to say happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
How we gonna sing it? We doing which version?
There's only one version for us,
There's
right?
only one version, right?
Yeah, we got to
We got 3 versions.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That's one I know. Yeah, come on, y'all.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah. What? There it is. There it is. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay.
All right, my beautiful
I got
people.
something for you.
Thank you so much. Right, I will see y'all on Thursday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.